Yeah, well, Kyrie Irving, I think, is a vegan.
Really?
He said something about once you stop eating...
See, but I don't know what to believe.
Eating
He believes in
animals.
flat Earth. So
Yeah, he believes in a flat Earth.
Who knows what Kyrie Irving really
Does he
believes in?
actually believe in flat Earth, or does he just say that as a joke? Because I know Shaq, I think, said it as a joke.
But the thing is, like, he sort of started in the NBA wave.
Yeah.
It's not like someone said it and he goes like, "Oh yeah, I believe in it." I think he really believes in it.
Someone asked him, I think,
He wasn't
are there any conspiracies you believe in? And he said, it's not even a conspiracy, the world's flat. That's what he said.
Dude, I'm telling you, I went on a deep dive like a couple days ago. I went on a deep dive. I think I sent the documentary in our group chat or whatever, and it's pretty insane. Like, there's a lot of compelling evidence to suggest that the world is not actually round.
Give us an example.
Well, the biggest one is that they talk about the NASA composites. So the picture that they get in quotation that I have is that they're saying it's fake. So obviously they're saying, like, when you go on the NASA website and you say picture of the world or whatever, you look at like the globe that they have, and they will have like a picture of what they say is real time data from like a satellite or a camera in space. And what they compare is that if you go through the years 2007, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, if you look at the actual world, it changes every single time. And like the actual size of the continent's smaller, there's more water somewhere, and it's like there's a lot of inconsistencies with the actual pictures.
I think there's a very simple explanation for that. I'm pretty sure I heard it somewhere that the world is so big that it's hard to get actual photos of it, so they're CGI.
Yeah, that's what it says. Composite, like generated images.
So obviously CGI gets better every year. That could be like an explanation.
That's what they're saying. Is like if it's
there's
CGI,
no proof.
If it's CGI, then how do we actually know it's round?
I get that. Yeah,
because like
that's actually,
you know what I mean?
Good.
If it's just like, oh yeah, it's obviously it's hard to take a picture of the world round. So like we have to sort of do sort of graphic design and like sort of manipulate it. It's like, why can't you just manipulate the whole image then? How do we know like? You're not manipulating the image.
I know, but if the world's most likely not flat, but that's not what we're discussing. I guess.
My logic against it is, what's the point? Like how?
Yeah.
How does my life?
We would want to be warning people so they don't canoe off the edge.
Yeah. How does my life change that the world is flat or round? I've traveled around the world.
It's a useless lie if it was flat.
Exactly. It's a useless conspiracy to hold up till now.
Yeah.
Unless it's like something like. Insane in that we've been living in a dome this whole life, and
it's like
that movie, like that TV show, The Dome. Imagine if we were living in a dome this whole time. I haven't
seen that. Is that good?
I didn't really watch it. I just saw the ads, but it's like a TV show where it's like
the Simpsons episode.
Exactly, like the Simpsons movie.
Yeah,
it was basically like the Simpsons movie. But yeah, imagine that. Like we're just living in a dome. But I think that's the only thing that I don't understand is like, what's the point in the whole flat Earth? Like, what are they achieving?
That's a good point. It's an empty lie. Like, you're lying about the moon landing. There would be reasons for that if that actually was a conspiracy. But
exactly, yeah.
Flat Earth, I'm pretty sure we know that people are dying, canoeing off the edge.
Exactly, like 9/11 conspiracies, JFK assassination conspiracies, like stuff of that nature. There's actually reason behind.
There's motivations.
Exactly, like what, like if someone came up to me and goes like, "Hey, actually, we found out that the world's flat," I'll be like, okay, what am I meant to do with that information?
Yeah.
Did you see that apparently like recently on the news there was some guy, like some hardcore flat earth guy, and he built his own rocket. He spent $20,000 on this I think it was a steam engine rocket that he built himself over years. This guy's a limo driver. He's not even a scientist. He's a limo driver.
He's wasted probably like his life savings.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, he's like 50 or something. He's trying to prove that. And what he's saying, that apparently it's like the universal thing with flat earthers, is that apparently our world is flat and then it's like covered by an ice wall.
An ice wall?
Like think about a wall.
Oh, like a Game of Thrones wall.
Like an ice wall that surrounds the perimeter of the world. That's what they think the actual world is. And
wouldn't we be freezing our asses off if that was the case?
I don't know. I didn't go into it because I was like, this is so outlandish.
Yeah.
It doesn't even make any sense. I was like, yeah, you're saying, oh yeah, the flat cannot be round. What it has to be, it's flat with ice walls. I was like, it's like a hockey rink. It's like, what are you talking about, mate? We live in a hockey rink.
I wonder how you get those conspiracy theories. Like, on what substances or what?
Yeah, these people must be an ass and stuff. But there are some conspiracies that are true. So that's the thing.